The strangest cars ever designed. 1942 OERV Electric. The 1942 OERV Electric, or electric egg, had 3 wheels and ran on batteries decades after gasoline became the dominant way to power cars, and decades before Elon Musk decided to make electricity cool again. Its designer, Parisian Paul Artzins, worked as a painter and designed railway locomotives before moving on to cars. The bubble is made of hand-formed aluminum and curved plexiglass, a novel material at the time. 1947 Norman Timms Special. No other automobile looks like the 1947 Norman Timms Special, with its front-mounted cockpit and curves leading to a raindrop tail. Timms, an Indy racing engineer, made the car with a Buick straight 8 engine placed at the rear of the chassis. Look to racers like the 1937 Auto Union Type C for indications of Timms' inspiration. 1953 General Motors Firebird 1 XP21. To describe today's supercars, we fall back on likening the Koenigseggs and Paganis of the world to jet fighters. The 1953 General Motors Firebird iXP21 was an actual jet fighter, with 4 wheels, a tail fin, and a bubble cockpit. The turbine engine spun at up to 26,000 RPM to generate a whopping, for the time, 370 horsepower. 1955 Chrysler, Kia, Streamline X Gilda. The 1955 Chrysler, Kia, Streamline X Gilda got its name from a 1946 Rita Hayworth movie. After foregoing a planned jet turbine engine, Italian firm Kia outfitted the Gilda with a plain 1.5-liter engine made for touring. The design is an antecedent to a short run of Chrysler turbine cars, and the fins tell you it's from the 1950s. 1970 Ferrari, Pininfarina, 512S Modulo. Design firm Pininfarina has produced more famous works, but the Ferrari 512S Modulo car, which it created for the 1970 Geneva Motor Show, didn't aim for beauty. Designer Paolo Martin put the bizarre body on the chassis of the Ferrari 512's race car. 1932 Ford Speedster. The 1932 Ford Speedster, packing a flathead V8 engine, came with a starter button, decades before the feature became standard automotive fare. The low, long roadster was the brainchild of Henry's son Edsel Ford and designer Eugene Gregory. 1959 Cadillac Cyclone. See those 2 black cones where the 1959 Cadillac Cyclone's headlights should be? Those are the radars for the car's crash avoidance system, a technology you might recognize as today's adaptive cruise control. If the car sensed an approaching object, it would set off a series of warning lights and a high-pitched beep, and car could even automatically apply the brakes.